I'm down to 4. This is my turn. That guy's going to get away. I got 2 blockers. All right, cool. We've talked with 2 guys. So I got to put this guy out, which means I can get this guy going. And I get this guy going. That means we win. We win. I can't freaking believe it. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Victory. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG, and I am your host. You'll never prove a thing, Copper. I'm just a part-time electrician. Bad is good, baby. Down with the government. Dr. Yukon Suck It. Yes, thank you. Filmed before a live studio audience. Thank you so much. Yukon Suck It. Word to your mama. So I am broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on Magic GG on the Platinum Mythic list. And I ended up titling this thing ORZHOV Soldiers. I came up with like 5 different names. I think that's probably ended up being the best one. I had ORZHOV Resistance for a long time. You know, it just needs something a little spicier than just ORZHOV mid-range or something like that. It's ORZHOV Soldiers. Yeah. That's it, baby. I stick to my guns. All right, so I thought this was a good looking deck. What we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the cards. We're going to talk a little bit about how this deck works together. And then we're going to go out and we're going to crush some hopes and dreams. All right, so what do we got? We got a little guy that gets you some land. We got a little guy that'll draw you some cards. Creature kill. Bring creatures or artifacts back from the graveyard. Little guys. And coincidentally, we got little guys, right? We've got the ability to destroy artifacts or enchantments like World Leader's Call. Creature kill, Planeswalker kill. The ability to pump up your dudes, pump, including put a popo counter on this guy, which will draw you a land. We could put, it's not going to help that guy out. I was going to say we could put counters onto this guy, but this you have to put judgment counters on him. That's entirely a different thing. Anyways, once he's a 4/4 flying vigilant guy. Unfortunately, he's got Defender, but once he has 3 or more counters on him, then he can attack as though he didn't have Defender. The cool thing is if he gets nuked, as long as he doesn't get exiled, he'll come back as an enchantment, which you then put as a curse onto your opponent, and it'll start sucking up judgment counters again. Once you have 3 or more judgment counters on this guy, that guy's dead. Your opponent is dead. They lose the game. You know, this thing might be really cool with some proliferates. Yeah, that might be really cool. All right, we got Sheoldred, who's not a soldier, but she likes hanging out with them. And she likes to, give you your value, right? You gain life every time you draw a card. We're drawing cards. And every opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. So suck it. But she's such a great defender with that Death Touch and a 4/5. Excellent, Sheoldred. Good job. Okay, Expel the Interlopers. If you're going to play with a lot of little guys, Expel the Interlopers is the board wipe you're looking for. Because you choose a number between 0 and 10, destroy all creatures with power greater than or equal to the number chosen. So if your dudes are at powers of 2 or less, you pick 3. And that blows away everything that has a power of 3 or greater. Suck it, big guys. Unfortunately, we are making our guys bigger. So hopefully we can ride that line well enough there. This guy puts out a 2/2 Knigget, and then put it out for 5 mana. You start pumping all your dudes up by 1 popo counter every untap or every instep for you. Virtue Persistence brings guys back from the graveyard. Otherwise, you can sorcery. You can use it for the adventure. -3 to target creature. You gain 2 life. And Kaya, who's way too expensive for this deck at 7, has a little vampire ability, which is your opponent loses 3, you gain 3. You could draw 2 cards. And lastly, you could turn creatures or enchantments into spirit tokens that fly around and are also whatever they were as creatures and enchantments. She's really cool, but she's way too expensive for this deck, but we're going to play it anyway and just see what happens. We got Blast Zone wiping things away. We got Manland and Cavern of Souls helping to get things out and keep them from getting countered. I ended up picking Phyrexians. This is the one that I really needed more times than not, even if we got a lot of soldiers in here. These guys are cheap. Usually you got the mana for it. It's no big deal. All right, so that's it. Now, before we go out and do some damage, let's do as we always do and say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Dear Black King Toxrill, well, let me start over again. Dear Black King Toxrill, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentation of the women. All right, playing against ErrantPaladin. He's on his own. He's a Ronin. No one's gonna tell him what to do. He's ErrantPaladin. All right, start off with the slow one right here at the TIE Fighter Pilot Memorial Park. That TIE Fighter just drove right into the side of the planet. Are you paying? No, I'm gonna do it this way. Go give me a land, farmhand. All right, Gets Lost looking nicely burned up. I always appreciate that in a card. I like a little bit of flame action. This guy's coming at me. This can take out of enchantments. That's good. Same with this too. I'm not winning. We both had 21. We're going to take out his war leader, Karl, at some point here. Oh, there it is. Why can't I do this now? Is it a sorcery? That's why. Eight Blast Zone. If I can get rid of anything, it'll be Blast Zone. I do like getting 3 life, though. That Sanctify's turned out to be pretty good, especially in this meta right now. World Leader's Call is so popular, I would definitely recommend it. Yeah, see, I Get Lost can take those stupid jerks out. That requires 4 additional. All right. Go get them. 18 more turns to go. I gotta kill these little dudes off because it's the only way I can sneak my farmhand through. You're drawing cards, everybody. Look out. I'm still winning. Let's go vampire this guy. Back to 18 turns to go. Nice. It's an instant. I can do it now. At which point then I can go vampire. Vampire! Alright, 15. I'm gonna have to use these to wipe the board. Nice. I don't have enough to get it going, so we'll just let it go. I'm not sure you really wanted to do that, man. I got 7 mana, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. Target! That'd be cool if Sinner's Judgment kills him. I haven't seen that play off in a long time. Go get him. Cool. I even got 2 mana left over. That is fantastic. This guy doesn't know, but he's actually raging against time right now. How much does that say? Is it 3? 3 or more, yeah. Go get him. Get him. All right, here we go. Down to 8. And we win! In your face, Davy Jones! Victory! We're playing against Alien 1234. Alithren. Oh, God, I hate Blast Zone. Keep. I mean, sure, we can wipe out some little dudes. It comes out, you get like a charge counter on it, sacrifice a tree, number value, and the mana value. Yeah, but the thing is it doesn't take out 0 mana creatures. That's a problem, man. Otherwise, I gotta pay for stuff like a sucker. What does this thing do? We gotta look at it. I gotta read cards like a sucker. That's not right. Search basic land. Whenever this case. Put it in your hand, shuffle. You may flying, double strike, vigilance until the end of turn. There are 5 colors amongst permanents you control. I mean, I could kill it, but I don't care right now. We'll wait till he's got 5 permanents of. There's more of the same. Not the Shattered Pact. Alright, so I need some more black, and I'm not getting it. So go kill him. Go kill him, Ambitious Farmhand. Your only hope. What a cute little fox you are. Dripping caustic goo right out of your mouth. Dance for me. Pew pew. Alright, there's a nice black one. Go get him. So next turn we can actually get the fortress going. Suck it. Don't try to get away with my farmhand. Yeah, I can't do another one. Oh, you're the devil. That was my favorite one. Yeah, I think I might want to interloper these guys, but that means I'm going to hold off on Sheoldred for a little bit. Let's see. If I want interlopers, I'm just going to... Should I wait? No, I'm just going to be a jerk, get rid of a fiend. All good. I got to play this like control now. What is going on? And I guess I could have waited till after the attack phase. Yeah, he didn't even notice it. You got a lot of those. Anybody worth bringing back? Ambitious Farmhand? Not really. Yeah, I don't understand what he's trying to say. Yeah, right, you got some lands there. What's this guy doing? He's pumping things up, huh? We'll put it out. All right, there you go. Sheoldred, have a good time. Okay, you're gonna take it. I guess you could counter that ability. Look, man, you got a ton of mana. And what have you put out? Just a bunch of little dudes? I guess I'm not sure what this deck is. Might be cooler just to go for 5s and blow those things away. One, two, three, four, five, six. I can pump it up on this next turn. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, well, for 5, I can expel his interloper. Keep pumping them. So next turn I can get rid of them. That'll be fantastic. All right, pump up. There we go. All right, pick 5. 5 is our number. How did that guy not go? Well, that's just super dumb. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. What did it say? Destroy all creatures with power greater than or equal to the chosen number. How did he not disappear? He's a creature. Yeah, we got ripped off. Do we have any good artifacts in here? Doesn't look like it. Does have like, oh, indestructible. That's what it was. Okay. That's much easier to understand. Now I get rid of Sheoldred. That is a problem. Welcome back, lady. Nobody's going in. No attacks. We're cool. Everything's fine. Okay, so he's popping with 12 there. I got the ability to chump. But he's got vigilance on his indestructible dude, which is not cool. I don't have enough to get 2 of my fortresses rolling. He's just trying to do it. I'm going to have to give up Sheoldred, unfortunately. One, two, not enough. It's got to be Sheoldred. Apparently we're playing this a slow way. Already done it. All right. Am I going to kill myself with anything for 5? All right, Super Chump. I mean, I think I'm going to lose, but things could happen, especially if I draw something really good on the next turn. Don't know what it would be, though. An indestructible guy with vigilance is beyond me at this moment. I'm down to 4. This is my turn. That guy's going to get away. I got 2 blockers. All right, cool. Attack with 2 guys. So I got to put this guy out, which means I can get this guy going. And I get this guy going. That means we win. We win. I can't freaking believe it. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Victory. And we're playing against Aducus. Something like that. 1, 2. Nothing to bring back. Keep. Interesting. I haven't seen Sanctify in such a long time. What do we got here? We got soldiers. What about you? You a soldier? You are. Alright, so we can take care of artifacts or enchantments at this point. I like to have something a little aggro action. Faithbound Judge is a little bit on the slow side. On the other hand, this guy's going to take a little while to get going. Sorry, gotta put out Sheoldred when you put out Sheoldred. He looks like the kind of guy that likes to use enchantments to get rid of guys, and we gotta Sanctify. There we go. Not that he's not going to have a billion others of them. Suck it! Take it! I mean, you got a bunch of cards in your hands. Oh, good. Looks like you ran out of stuff to do. I appreciate that. Is this when we're going to get the Wandering Emperor to jump out? This guy looks like he wants to be a bouncer. Ciao. You gonna bounce your guy out back? I think we lose persistence at this point. That sucked. All right, let's just chew him up. Sheoldred, do your job. What do you bring him back here? All right, well, kind of hope I get more of the Sanctifies. That'd be cool at this point. And it's another one. Hello, Sheoldred, my friend. Welcome to the Faithbound Judge. He can finally move his legs. Alright, here comes a dude. Unfortunately, if I were to expel the interlopers, I'd take out my own guys at this point. Love it, Jerk. Thank you so much. Welcome to the battlefield, Restless Fortress. All in. A little bit of vampirism right there. Down to 3. We can expel the intruders. We can expel them. Oh, that's going to be glorious. Problem is, we're not going to be able to get that final point of damage in, are we? Yep, it takes us too much to be able to get the fortress riled up. Things we could do it again. There, we got him. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Yeah, I'm boring, aren't I? There we go. Suck it, suckerfish. In your face. Alright, we were playing against Chocabarcos. Chocabarcos. Got 2 mana. Is that enough to hold this thing together? Possibly. Blast Zone. I always hate playing Blast Zone because you gotta spend time building stuff up yourself. Quit touching my guy. What you're doing is gross and uncalled for. Otherwise, you're 7 for Kaya. What are we playing with here? Vampire Soldiers. Let's do a Soldier. Boom. All right, here we go. For 2 points of damage, getting him back down to 20. He can start using his dude again if he wants to. Just put him out there and blow him through our fences. Ooh, I'm just down a Sheoldred. And Expel Interlopers. Oh, I gotta get rid of something, huh? What's this guy playing? I think this isn't gonna go anywhere. Draw a card. All right, here we go. All in. I'm kind of worried about committing too much. I'm going to give up on Kaya. I don't think I can ever have enough mana to play her. I was thinking I should make this thing for Phyrexians. It didn't work out, did it? You want to counterspell them? You just want to shoot something? Ah, you're going to counter it. Oh, it's uncounterable because it's a soldier. And I get to draw a card. I got to draw a card. I know I had that happen to me yesterday. This thing totally screwed me over. Igadusu. Should we just take him out? Oh, should I pick 5? Dang it! Get him! Alright, down to 1. We could have, yeah, we would have had him. We would have had, no. Because you still couldn't have attacked with the judge. I can put out Sheoldred. It's got to get a black mana. It's got another one. All right, that sucks. I just got to slip past from one guy. You got 3 guys. He's got to put out 2 defenders this turn. Or he's got to gain life. Or he's got to kill 2 of my guys. Or he's got to put out a guy and kill one of my guys. I really hope I just grab a black mana. That's what I'm really looking forward there. I'm still winning. All right, Sparkle Puss. Oh, you're up, aren't you? He's bouncing. It's a black mana I've been waiting for. Down to 2. Back out with the Duelist. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can put out a Virtue Persistence. He's trying so hard. Come on, black mana. Pass the Rockyo and give me black mana. Oh, he killed himself. Suck it, Suckerfish. Suck it. Victory. Alright, we're playing against Kensuke, 39. Born in the year 2039, Kensuke travels to the past just so he can play Magic the Gathering Arena, which was outlawed across the world by UN mandate. in 2035. All right, whatever, man. I'm going to play, and we're going to keep at it. Sometimes I play things for soldiers, and keep your soldiers alive. Can't be countered, huh? Now I'm going to go for Phyrexian. Restless Fortress. Because then I can keep it so that they can't counter. He doesn't really play counter spells here. We're going up against life gain. Lots of it. Problem is, can we take care of life gain? It is rough for us. There's the bat. I mean, what do we really got? I'd probably get rid of Expel the Interlopers. Oh. Not life. Not my landlady. I'm glad he's taking a rest. Alright, we just need one more mana. We can get Sheoldred out on board. I'm sure she'll just get killed, but we'll play her. Then we can recommission her right back into the battlefield. Suck it! Amelia Bedelia. Still need that extra mana, though. Technically, I want 2, so I can expel some interlopers here. Pretty soon that guy will be flying, and that'll be a bad deal. Come on, big mana. Not mana. There we go. Now 6, we have 0 chance here. We need to get hold of a 4th mana and then a 5th. We're going to be dead before that happens, though. Come on, something good. No, you just teased me like crazy, stupid jerk. Alright, we got to play this out like a dummy. Can't even attack you in. Just because we couldn't pick up a 4th mana. Dude, don't play just barking attack. I guess he thinks I might be trying to do something tricksy. And nothing tricksy is going to happen. Yeah, right there, man. Not victory! We're playing against ANCHAiN. ANCHAiN. Keep 2 mana. That's what I want to go for, apparently. All right. Phyrexian. Even though I got nothing but soldiers in here, it's Phyrexian. This will draw us a card. All right, our soldiers are rushing out. They're doing soldiery things. There's a nice Sheoldred. Draw another card. That's a nice little combo there. As in, Siege Vision, putting on Dusk Vision makes you draw a card with Sheoldred, then gives you 2 life. So you draw a card and get 2 life out of these 3 cards. That is so nice. And we win! In your face! In your face! Alright, here we are with ORZHOV Soldiers, and it ended up being a fantastic deck. I really liked it quite a bit. What I really liked was when we got like the combo going between Sheoldred and Siege Veteran and Dusk Legion Duelist. So that way, between the 3 of them, we were gaining like, what, 2 cards and 4 life per turn, and that is a lot of advantage as it goes through. The other card I really liked was that I'm surprised we never really played with is Expel the Interlopers. What I liked about that, especially when you're playing low-end creatures that don't have a lot of power, is when people start putting out their big dudes, like you're playing against green or red, and then you could blow them away but leave your guys alone. That is so incredibly choice, as my people would say. The other one I have a hard time with is destroy target enchantment or artifact. You're just like, when am I going to use that? Turns out, in this today's meta, all the time. That's what you're going to use it against. You're going to be going against Virtues of Persistence or Virtues of Loyalty or Cry of the War Leader, maybe some stupid artifacts, and you gain life out of the deal. Yeah, this is an incredible card in this current meta. So I'm glad they put it in here. I'm glad we tried it out. Recommission, also a good card. It's cheap. I'm surprised. But it's only for creatures and artifacts and creatures of mana value of 3 or less. Well, that's pretty much whatever, like the vast majority of our cards, right? It's not Sheoldred, who's always the person I wanted to bring back, but we can bring back a lot of the other people. And that's nothing to shake a dirty stick at, right? All right, so let's see. Who is the MVP? Who is the most valuable player of this deck? Let's get to that. The one I was always looking forward to was Sheoldred. Sheoldred's always a fantastic card. Expel the Interlopers was the thing that was going to turn the game. Faithbound Judge is hard to say no to. It's going to be one of those 3. Expel, Sheoldred. I can tell you Sheoldred's probably it. It's just that she's old at this point. I really hate giving it to her because she is obviously probably the MVP. She's practically a whole deck unto herself. The fact that, she takes away from your opponent but gives to you, has Death Touch, she's a 4/5, she's got that huge butt. And she is just so much value. But each of these other cards has got, this guy just takes a long time. That's the only problem. I love when you can turn him into an aura curse and people don't have the ability to deal with it. That is so incredibly cool. And Expel, being able to shoot over the heads of your little guys, is also incredibly good. I'm going to have to give it to Sheoldred. I tend to be a sucker for creatures as MVPs. So, yeah, I'm afraid, Sheoldred, you're going to have the extended value that I'm looking for. You are the MVP of this deck. Congratulations. All right, the deal, was this deck competitive? Let's see. If we got 5 divided by 6, 83. All right, so was this deck competitive? We got an 83% win rate with this deck. We played it 6 times, only lost 1 time. It was a fantastic deck that had so much goodness going on to it. Man, it was just incredible. 86%, absolutely a competitive deck. I did pick it up off the Platinum Mythic list, so it makes sense. Those things by default are competitive decks. This one was good. Was this deck fun? Yeah, absolutely. What I like about it is because we do get out the aggro guys at first, even if it is just an ambitious farmhand. But the guy that is like little Dusk Legion Duelist. I never understood why this guy was good. I've never liked it at all. It's just vigilance. It's a 2/2 for 2. That's good. And then it says you put Popo counters on it, and you draw a card. And it's like, meh, I don't, who cares? Turns out this deck feeds right into that, right? We're putting Popo counters on stuff, and I was drawing cards. And so therefore, and those card draws were getting me life. So I really dug Dust of the Legion Duelist. I appreciated the fact that this deck made good use of that one. I could actually see it and work it out on my own. So yeah, that was really fun. I appreciated that. I like the fact that every card in here had something to do and did something. And it was part of the tricksy controlliness to it that was pretty cool. Faithbound Judge actually killed somebody with Sinner's Judgment. That was so incredible. So I got to say that, yeah, this was a fun deck. There was a lot of good creature fighting going on. There was a bunch of tricks going on. We're able to like control things, get out Sheoldred, Virtue of Persistence potentially. Yeah, I mean, the only thing I never was able to do is get out Kaya. At 7, she was really expensive for this deck. We don't really have ramp. I'm not sure that Kaya is worth having in this deck. Still, I understand Kaya's got that vampire ability to it and has the ability to turn other people's stuff into your creatures. That's great. I just don't know when I'm going to have 7 mana. It just wasn't a deal. The card I couldn't stand Blast Zone. I just really hate that. So, I don't know, man. If you had to do this one, if you're not a Blast Zone person, I'd say absolutely just get rid of it. Put something in here like Swamps. I was looking for Swamps like all the time. Still, fun deck. All right, was this deck interesting? Yeah, for an ORZHOV deck, it was good. It had an interesting mix of cards that, like I haven't seen working together before. I did like it. Like, I mean, I've never seen Recommission. I've never played with it. I mean, I guess I've seen it around. But because it only goes after low-end creatures, who cares? Usually you pay the more expensive one to bring back any creature or artifact, right? The one that costs 5. This one's 2. Turns out with this deck, there's plenty of things to bring back. Sanctify, sure. I would never choose to put this thing in a deck. It just seems too limited when you have things like Get Lost in here. Now, I put Get Lost in. Originally, it was the white one that it destroys things equal to the number of planes you have. But with a mixed deck like this, I just never had enough planes, and I hated it becoming a turd in my hand. While Get Lost was always useful, and I don't care if we give them maps. Of all the things you give them, I think maps is fine. I don't care. So ultimately, yeah, this was a nice blend of cards. I enjoyed the synergy between the cards. It was really good. All right, let's add this up. Was this deck competitive? 83%? Absolutely. Was it fun? Yes. Was it interesting? Totes my goats. That means this is an A+ deck. A+. And as I'm required by federal law to say, this deck is so choice. I would highly recommend you pick one up, should you have the means. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the underground secret headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes.